Welcome to Refrag. So today, EliGE and I will be going through clips sent in by you guys and having EliGE either guess your Premier rating or your Faceit level. And yeah, to figure out how well a CSGO pro like him would guess what a lower rated player's rating would actually be. Let's go.
So we're in a 2v3. You guys under Balk. Okay, 1v3 now. So he's not really moving too much. He's kind of standing still a lot. This guy kind of just went and died.
Easy clutch.
Alright, so he's working around the smoke. Peeking on the right side of it.
Nice. Up under.
Hmm.
Easy.
Ooh. Nice. That was pretty sick.
So it differs per clip. For this one, I would say let's do a Premier ELO rating.
It's kind of hard to guess Premier ELO. It just seems kind of random to me whenever I was playing. People are in like kind of random spots. So I would say around maybe like 13K, 14K, somewhere around there.
And what would you give it as a Faceit rank?
Faceit rank, I might say level 8.
Okay. And so if you look at the clip, is there anything in particular that stands out to you? How would you say he could improve, or what would you approach differently in this?
Well, I would just say that he's not really moving too much. He has some parts where he's kind of just standing around in the open, not really moving too much. If anyone actually peeked him, he'd kind of be dying in those situations. But overall, his aim seems fine. He understands the spray pattern and everything like that. So I think he understands a lot from the mechanical side of shooting, but just a little bit more diligence with his movement and making sure he's not an easy target and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Awesome. By the way, these are all Refrag subscribers or viewers because we did a call out on the Twitter and Discord. So that's actually kind of cool. This guy is 18K Premier and Faceit 5.
Faceit 5, okay. Maybe NA he'd be level 8 then. Maybe he's got to play some more Faceit then.
Honestly, right? Is there a huge difference, by the way, you feel like between Faceit levels in NA and EU?
Yeah, there's definitely a difference between the Faceit levels in EU and NA just because there's a lot more players in EU and it's not an actual ELO system. So it's kind of just the more players there are, there's more inflation with the amount of numbers. It's really hard to be able to tell, even between like EU and NA. But I can honestly even see him being like 8, 7 in NA. So he's the second guy and he's throwing a flash. Not really moving after he throws the flash. Now he's the last guy throwing the smoke. So there's a little bit of inefficiencies in terms of like who's throwing what and like when they're throwing their nades. Okay, going through the smoke. This is a good play. Oh no. Oh my god. Not a bad play, not a bad play. The other guys aren't really reacting too much to what's going on there.
Yeah, I definitely chuckled a bit when I saw that clip for the first time.
He actually has a guy named Halzerk in his game. That's my boy right there.
I'm not sure if it's the actual Halzerk. Like, I have some doubts. Say anything in particular that stands out to you in the clips?
Well, I would definitely say that it's not as efficient in terms of like just starting off the round. Being the second guy, he's throwing a flash, not really moving after he throws the flash for a couple seconds, kind of just watches it explode. At least he knows the utility. He's throwing the right stuff. Overall, he doesn't have the whole flowchart of how to move, iron out the inefficiencies to have everything more on time.
Yeah. And would you recommend someone do this, like knife?
Oh no, 100% no. You can only get away with this type of clip against lower level opponents, 100%. Because if you try doing that, even after he whiffs the first knife, they would just immediately turn and just kill him. So yeah, it would definitely be harder against higher level opponents.
Makes sense, makes sense. So taking that into account, this is a Faceit rank only. What would you guess his rank is?
I would guess his rank would be 3 or 4, most likely on Faceit.
You're close, you're close. He is Faceit level 2.
I wanted to give him a little bit higher. I'm pretty close though, pretty close.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
You can tell he's just having fun. It's just a fun clip, but I usually don't go for those fun clips because I'm always trying to practice whenever I'm playing. And oh, one sec.
No worries.
Okay.
I mean, so far, not bad. First one, you're a little bit off, but the second one was really close. Let's go on to the third one then.
It says 1v5, but it's not actually on the file. So he gets the Zeus. This is also an eco. Overall, good crosshair placement. He knows where he should be like aiming at. Definitely done some pre-fire. Tries to go in the plant. Oh, that guy whipped hard. That guy's throwing. God, I feel like everyone's just kind of throwing, but he almost won that, so nice try.
Would there be anything that this guy could improve on from what you saw?
I think he's at a higher level than the other two videos that we saw. I think his crosshair placement is better than the other guys. He's a little bit rigid, I think, in his crosshair placement. He's not very smooth if you compare him to someone like Zaiwu or Donk. But I think that he played the situation pretty well. I mean, if the other guys are going to keep throwing, then it is what it is. I'd say the main thing that I would be focusing on would be crosshair placement in this type of round. If somebody was actually holding for him in some of them, I think that he would have potentially died because your left eye peeking, walking slowly as you're clearing those angles. And yeah, you're probably going to kill them if they're not looking at you. So I would watch our Refrag Academy video of strafing where I go over a bunch of strafes and everything like that. And I would have done more short strafes instead of walking this whole way. And if they actually were in the situations trying to fight you, then you would have been in a better position to kill them.
Would you recommend using a Zeus in the eco round?
The Zeus is OP, 100%. So it's actually really, really good in OP. It seems like a troll and everyone's going to laugh whenever you die to it, but there's actually nothing that you can do about it in a lot of spots.
What would you say his rating would be? I have Face It and Premier. Let's do Face It.
I would say probably level 8. It's either level 8 or level 7. I'm honestly not sure.
He is actually Face It level 6.
6? Okay, not bad. It's hard to say
Yeah,
with all
close
like
again,
the
yeah.
mechanical stuff, but yeah, not bad. Like you can tell that he knows what he's looking for, like in the pre-fires and his crosshair placement.
You keep being one level away. It's so close every single time.
Yeah. All right, so we're in a 1v4. This guy's barreling at him. There's actually no sound, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, there was no sound on this video from what I saw.
So very rigid so far, like with his movements. I mean, he's shooting him in the head as soon as he sees him. Pretty good. Okay, sees that guy, goes back, crouches, comes back up. Not bad overall, not bad. My initial impression is it seems like a lower level game just from what the opponents are doing. He's not really respecting enough of where people can be. When you're in that situation, you can't be so careless with the crosshair placement. Even though he's getting the kills, he's not really ready. And it's all very rigid movements everywhere. He's not smoothly moving his crosshair.
How would you say they could improve upon this fluidity? Because I can imagine for a lot of people, the fluidity in terms of movement and crosshair placement is a very vague term.
I think crosshair placement is funny because a big part of it is game sense. Like, where do you think he's going to be? How is he going to strafe? How do I count for my crosshair placement? Having this visualization of how are they going to actually peek in your own head and accounting for your crosshair placement. That's what you'll see with really good players. When they expect somebody to be there, the crosshair placement's always accounting for that the whole way through.
And if you were to guess this person's rating, this is a Face It level, what would you think?
So it's definitely a lower ranking than the Ancient, but it's probably going to be a 3 or 4 range.
For this one, you're actually quite far off, apparently. He's a Face It 6.
6. Damn. I'm surprised that I'm actually that far off. What is this view model? I couldn't tell if the clip was zoomed in or something. It's going to be really hard for you to find any nade lineups. And honestly, it's super ugly too. Okay, let's go through now. 4v4, you push a few monsters super early. Nice. Oh no. Okay, not bad. I think that this is probably the highest level that we've seen so far. I understand what happened in this round. So they did a monster smoke in the beginning of the round and they took short. So that was really good. They're walking behind him. He waits to actually be spotted to shoot this guy in the beginning. Like he didn't get the kill, but they're waiting for him to shoot. So you can already tell he's at a higher level than the other ones so far. Really low sensitivity. And that's why he was kind of struggling with this second guy that he's trying to kill. But his crosshair placement, even on the third kill, he's visualizing how is he going to peek out the door, everything like that.
You said something about the lower sensitivity, kind of struggling. How would you compensate for that if you were in a fight where someone is strafing a lot?
Well, I think that he's kind of just trailing behind him. If you were to play like, aim trainers or anything like that, there's something called reactive tracking that you can practice this very well with. But I would honestly just play more pistol DM if possible and try to get a little bit quicker when you're trying to micro adjust like on those types of kills there.
What was your guess for his Face It level?
I would say my guess is 8 or 9, but I think I'll probably go with 9.
Well, according to what he said, his Face It level is level 2.
No way. Okay. He's definitely not level 2, 100%.
That was the thing. Like, I wasn't entirely sure because the way he wrote it down is also vague. So it could be that his rating is actually higher. Ah, I see. I read it wrong. My bad. My bad. He's level 7.
Okay.
There we go. Okay,
Okay,
no,
so
that
that was
makes
Makes a
close.
lot more sense.
I was like, there's 0% chance he's level 2. So he's playing to B.
Tíralo.
Waits to molly until the smoke pops.
Tengo flash para piscina,
Dale ya.
Ahí entro.
Estoy ciego. Entran dos.
Gets a blind kill there on the spam.
Andando puente.
So they had 3B earlier.
Vida.
His crosshair placement seems pretty good so far.
Estoy ciego.
Good strafes.
Cuidado, juro triples. Oscuro uno debería de haber.
I mean, his crosshair placement looks pretty good so far as he's coming out coffins here.
Mano,
Tócala, 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 tócala. ¿Es cuál? Defusa, ¿es cuál?
If he's not level 10, I'd be very surprised. I mean, yeah, he understood what to do the entire time. I think there's just no way that he's not level 10. Less experienced player before that smoke popped would have mollied even earlier. As soon as they saw the smoke coming off the wall, they would have just immediately thrown the molly. He knows that he needs to wait for his teammate top first to actually take contact here. But I felt like his crosshair placement was pretty good the entire way. Good strafes, especially his first strafe on peeking triple. Did like a long strafe just in case they were holding it. He's keeping moving the entire time.
Anything you would say he could improve upon?
You could have improved better on would be maybe decision-making parts. But maybe you could have jumped at
Right.
emo. Maybe just like a slightly better plan of how they wanted to deal with them, because it was 26 seconds left and they actually had purple coming to the B site with them. His teammate top first had a flash as well. As soon as he mollied, he should have instantly been anti-flash. The guy top first drops, he throws a flash, and then they both are double peeking, trying to kill them. Trying to like leverage the fact that you have 3 guys before they're even hitting the site a little bit better.
Guess what the rating was it?
100% level 10.
His ranking is Faceit level 8.
No way.
Granted, it said Faceit level 8 right now, so it could be that he's still working to get himself back up.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Of course, this is a very short clip, but I feel like he understands what he should be doing. I'd say just play more. If you're not level 10 right now, you probably should be. So just play a little bit more. Oh my God, this is how many pixels are in this? All right, so we're doing double mollies mid, HE. This is me 100%. I mean, I can also see my name tag. This is 100% me. We're doing a beast play here. That's JT on the left. That's me. Aha, nice try. I knew that was me. I mean, just seeing the double mollies mid and the HE, that movement that I do there is something that I just do every single time. So I just knew. And then as soon as the M4 actually popped out, I can see my name tag on my M4.
Oh man, I'm so bummed out that you got there so fast. I was kind of hoping for it. This guy's playing really well. Like the movement is very smooth.
Level 10 for sure. Level 10.
Yeah. I think that's correct.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments exactly what you'd like to see in the future. See you in the next one.